Okay guys, unless you've been living under a rock or you're not into fashion, you would have seen different types of puff sleeves, you know, different variations, big voluminous sleeves, tiny puffs for the not so loud amongst us, and they're everywhere. They're on the runways, they're in your favorite fashion stores, they're online, everywhere. So I decided that since I like you guys so much, I'm going to bring you guys two different types of puff sleeves that you can use on your fashion makes and everything to, you know, take your makes to another level. If you didn't know, this is the Chi Ninja sewing space where you learn sew and style the wardrobe of your dreams. And now onto these fabulous puff sleeves that you can use everywhere and in any shape or form. Okay guys, for the first sleeve that we're going to make today, I call it a crescent or banana shaped sleeve. I'll put up a picture so that you can see. You can have them on sleeves, on trousers, at the top of sleeves, at the bottom of the sleeve, you know, wherever it is you prefer. But it's a whole fad now, right? And to do that, you have to take your sleeve pattern and cut it into two, right, which is what I have here, because you're going to join them at the end, right? So you take one sleeve pattern, decide where in the sleeve you want the bow or the crescent or the banana shape to be in, right? For this example, we're going to put it at the end this way here. So let's see. So like I was saying, the crescent or the bow or whatever you have, whatever we're calling it, will be the one we're making today, will be at the bottom part of the sleeve, right? So this is the center of the sleeve, this is the underarm of the sleeve. Okay, like I was saying, don't start at the very end of the sleeve, right? You can give a little space and just something, you know, slight, right? Then you cut that out. Remember, it must, this is sewing, right? So it has to go seamlessly in and out, right? And you will just cut this like this is a sleeve, it's supposed to be one pattern, but you cut it 2 times and join at the center, which will create the bow or crescent effect that we're talking about. And usually this type of sleeve is good with stiffer fabric so that it can keep its shape. Otherwise, you could as well just put something here that would make it stay up, maybe a piping detail or something like that. As a matter of fact, if I'm making a whole kimono crescent banana shaped bucket shaped kimono jacket, and I'm also going to use this method, and I'm going to put piping detail to make it stand out very well. So I will link to the blog post if I have that up so that you guys can see, or the tutorial, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, this is our first tutorial, and yeah, I'll show you how I've sewn it up and how it looks like. So this is our crescent shaped sleeve. All right, so for this we're going to cut 2, because remember there's going to be a seam on this side to give it the crescent shape. So again, 1/2 inch seam allowance all round, and we cut 2 pieces. Okay, it's not 1/2 inch. Just do that, and nice smooth curves. Okay, nothing sharp or anything like that. So now we're going to cut it out. Okay, so again, this is our crescent sleeve, and like I said, it's in 2 pieces because we're going to join here. This outside of the sleeve. This is the inside of the sleeve. We're going to join here to give it this nice bow or crescent shape or whatever you want to call it. Okay, alrighty then, let's get to sewing all these beautiful sleeves. So our first sleeve that we're going to sew is the crescent shaped sleeve. Okay, just show you guys what it looks like again. So we're just going to sew both side seams here, then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm sewing with a darker shaped thread so that you guys can see what is going on. If not, I'll be sewing with the same color thread as my machine, as my fabric, sorry. Okay. So this is our sleeve all sewn up. You can see the bow shape there. It's the top of the sleeve. So I'll just turn this in. And remember, I'm just using like a miniature size, right? So we would just finger press and see the nice like bow shape, crescent shape the sleeve has. Right, so this would be now attached to the bodice, right, and the sleeve would be like this. Okay, if you give it a nice press, it should look really fabulous. Okay, nice bow like that. You can make it bigger if you want. You can make the crescent start from here. You can make the crescent also come in this way, but we didn't want that. We just wanted the nice bow or crescent shape on the outside of the sleeve. Okay, alrighty, next one. So the next sleeve I want to show you, the next type of puff sleeve rather should I say, is a sleeve that has all the details and going on in the center of the sleeve, right? So basically we're going to draw lines in the center of the sleeve, not on this side, and these lines are going to be the ones that will have the pleats. You can put pleats in there if you want. You can put gathers in there if you want. It was gathers. I am going to do pleats. So we're going to cut off this. Do this. And do this, just straight lines. Then we get our piece of paper and put the first part of the sleeve and we tape that down, right? Then we take the second part of the sleeve and whatever length you decide that you want your pleat to be, right? So you can have like a 1 inch distance in between your pleats. Okay, you just do that. I'm just going to tape mine down this way, and you take the second one, right, and you tape it down as well. And they have to be equidistant as well. That means they have to be equal distance apart. So now we have extended our sleeve. Okay, and remind you, this is only half of the sleeve. And like I said again, depends on you, how you want it to be. So in order to make this sleeve, you have to cut this on the fold to get the full pattern of the sleeve, right? And remember, when you're sewing, to mark edges of your pleats. Okay, well, this will be the sleeve, right? And we'll hop over to the sewing machine and I'll show you how it's sewn. Okay, all right. So this is our sleeve that has the pleats at the top, right? So remember, we're cutting it on the fold, so I've folded the fabric as you can see here. Then we'll just add our 1/2 inch seam allowance all round and we'll cut it out again. So let me just do that now. I'm doing it like this because I know what 1/2 inch looks like, but you make sure you measure yours if you're not all that familiar with measurements for now. Okay, then remember to mark where the pleats are at the top and at the bottom. Okay, and this is the fold. So I'm just going to cut that out now and get back and show you guys. Okay, so this is what the sleeve looks like cut out, right? I'm also going to go as far as to mark the pleats with my scissors again, just so that I don't forget. Okay, at the top and at the bottom, remember. Okay, so when you open it up, basically it looks like this, right? And you will just fold your pleats like that, like that, like that, and it's gonna look all lovely, trust me. So I'll pin this back up. So for the next sleeve, which is our pleated sleeves, we need to get our pleats in order. So I've pinned the top, I'm just now pinning the bottom parts of the sleeve. Okay, so there it is. Pin the bottom. Then I will do the same thing to the other side. Okay, just pick out the pleats from the bottom. Oh, and you decide what direction you want your pleats to go. So I wanted these ones to come this way, the ones on this side to come this way, and I marked my center, the center of the sleeve. All right, so these ones are now going to fold this way. So we'll take that. It's 1, 2, and 3. So so this is our sleeve all pinned up, right? So it could be spread out like that when you wear it. It looks very, very lovely. But we're going to now use a basting stitch to hold both the top part and the bottom part so that these pleats can stay in place. Then we will sew it up this way, okay, and we'll have our sleeve. So let me just show you guys what that would look like. So for the basting stitch, you use the longest stitch in your sewing machine, which for me is stitch number 5, right? So I'll just put that down and baste at 1/4 inch so that you still have your 1/2 inch to sew with. Okay, so and don't sew over your pins, guys. So just gonna take that up. And basically that's how we'll continue till we get here. Then we'll do the same thing at the bottom, and I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. So this is the sleeve. We've sewn up the side seam now, so I'm just going to turn that inside out so that you see how it looks. And remember, all these would do very nicely with a good press. Okay, you see, this is the side seam of the sleeve, and this is how it would look on. Okay, and it has a nice effect like this when you wear it. This is another type of puff sleeve, but with pleating detail. Okay, I really like this one. Really liked how it turned out. Okay, all right guys, so these are the two different types of puff sleeves. As you can see, this is the crescent or bow shaped sleeve. You can see that here, and this is where we joined it at the side to give it a nice bow. Very lovely sleeve. And this is our pleated sleeve, which bows out and makes a puff all over here like this. And this is the side seam. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Tag me on socials, Facebook, Instagram. I'd love to see if you guys give this a try. And until then, keep sewing and subscribing, guys.